Om Shankam Chakram Uparadaschakrayor Divyaushadam Dakshine Vamena Nyakarena Samvrada Sudha Kumbham Jalokavalim Vibran Karunakara Sukhakara Sarvamaya Dvamsaka Sarvam Me Duritam Chinatu Bhagavan Dhamvantari Santatam Om Namaste. In this video, I'm going to comment a little bit of a discussion that in today's Sanskrit class we started, and I was not able to put forward my comments, so I tried in the WhatsApp, but it didn't work very well also, so I decided to record this video. In the description of this video, there are 3 links of videos. One of Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief, full lecture. It's kind of Vek Mehel of Kich, the name of the channel in YouTube. And the link there, it starts around 50 minutes of the video. You can see the full video. It's a gorgeous video. And there are 2 links also in Portuguese of my videos on this subject in Portuguese that you might try to see with the automatic subtitles and so on. Okay, my name is Tiago. Namaste. Today I'm going to speak about the idea that Prinana, Jivana, Lepana, Snehana, Dharana, Purana, and the one that I always Garbhodpada are to be taken from a spiritual perspective as postures, asanas that we should develop in our Ayurvedic way of living, in the sense that what is called rasa, rakta, mamsa, medas, asti, maja, shukra are properly sustained from spiritual, transcendental, vibrational, quantic energy. You take any word that you like. Usually when people are dealing with this subject, doesn't matter if it are Indians or Westerns, they usually say the function of rasa dhatu is prenana. That means usually this interpretation. When the rasa dhatu is working well, the person will attain prenana, usually loosely translated as satisfaction, contentment, things like that. Our interpretation is that this is not actually wrong, but this is the middle ending part of the circle. Not going to say circle, spiral. As we start our life developing satisfaction in our lives, what we in English would be plasmatic tissue, the big ocean in our lives, depends on satisfaction. Satisfaction, as not taught by Rolling Stones, are the gas of our body machine, of our body as a car, and the fuel doesn't matter if it's renewable or not. It's this spiritual behavior, this spiritual guidance that we should um, look forward and dedicate ourselves. Since this is 2 videos in Portuguese and it's almost half an hour, I'm going to be synthetic here with the simple idea. As we develop satisfaction in our life, we can sustain the development of enthusiasm, jivana. As we sustain the development of enthusiasm, we can sustain the development of how we are going to translate lepana in this context. Having the self-confidence that things that are to be done can be done. Usually people translate lepana as protection, but here lepana also can be taken as self-esteem, self-assurance, a lot of self. You are not feeling afraid to do things that are needed. In this moment, I'm seeing very little monkeys coming from one side to another. And he had to jump from one string to another. And he was just like thinking, should I think how I'm going to, should I jump, how I'm going to jump? This is Lepana, has the confidence, the courage, if you like. So if we can sustain vitality, we can sustain courage, Lepana. If we can sustain courage, this part is very beautiful. Because we are not afraid, because we are with our self-esteem in a proper shape, we can easily develop affection, love, being kind, snehana. When we develop this social love, not the only love that is for yourself. Now the monkey has a little monkey on the back, a mother monkey. When we develop this affection, we can have, I will not use the word assurance here, I would use something like certainty. You develop faith, you develop the sense that if things go wrong, it will not be completely bad. If the ceiling falls on your head, that's not going to be a large disaster. Because in life, sometimes things goes wrong. But if you have this support, usually people translate dharana as to be able to support. And it's not a very distant translation of what we are discussing here. When we are with faith or certainty, whatever, like, we can develop. We are going to translate here purana as reverence. This is a strong one, big bullet. When we are completely safe in our psychology, we start to be thankful for life. See, rasa in prenana is satisfaction. Satisfaction is not actually reverence. I can go to a restaurant, eat some food, and feel satisfied, feel that food was prasada to my soul, and so on. But this doesn't mean that the condition of going in front of the cooker and bowing down with great reverence to that person is going to be consequence of one to another. So after we attain the development of faith, certainty, not to use assurance because this was on lepana, then we can attain garbhopada. And in this sense, after reverence, people usually translate shukra as thing that is related to reproduction. But this is a very small part of shukra, dhatu. The cells are not producing, what is that word in English? Gametes, to produce another life. The cells are always also, mainly, producing new cells. And the power to produce new cells, sorry, is from Shukra Dhatu, and we can call this rejuvenation. If your Shukra Dhatu is full of reverence for life, probably in the night, it's going to be able to move its car, its machine, towards you feel rejuvenated when you wake up. And finally, we have ojas. But from a spiritual point of view, we can say that Garbhopada is the concept of yajna, and yajna is terribly translated as sacrifice. But I believe that the true beauty of the concept of yajna is that is something beyond reverence. So when you reverentiate something, you're you're already on a vibrational level that your life is acknowledging the beauty of life. But when we attain the statehood of yajna, we are not only acknowledging the state, the beauty of life, we are orgasming in it. That means we are blossoming, and the physical orgasm is just an expression of 1% expression of this. We are feeling the power of celebration, or how we're going to translate this to English. I'm looking like my Sanskrit teacher now. It's the kind of celebration that is bringing us close to the sensation that a higher consciousness, God, is here. So this was video 1 in Portuguese in the description. One of our colleagues asked the question that motivates this video. When Western science is going to be able to detect something that is an indicator of pranana. And that's why the link of Bruce Lipton's The Biology of Belief video is there also, is because when we are in a state, because we can cultivate it transcendently of our physiology. Our physiology can impact us towards that sense, but I affirm that I believe that the rishis set forth this saptadhAtus for us to go through 7 lokas. 7 dimensions. Golden keys is the thumbnail, but the actually thumbnail is divine keys. 7 divine keys to unlock layers of consciousness in a spiritual program of angelhood, becoming light beings. Light in the sense that is bringing presence, love, care, a lot of things. Anyhow, deva like qualities. So since the field of pranayama is more quantum like and less Newtonian like, and the video of Bruce Lipton is starting on 50 minutes in the link in the description because of this, because he says medicine is a Newtonian science in the sense of regular medicine. And because it's a Newtonian science, it's not studying the fields. And because it's not studying the fields, it's only looking to the DNA, it's only looking to the proteins, but it's not looking on how the signals are being activating and why they are activating. Because and now that's another point, that this part now is not on the Bruce Lipton's videos. But as we develop a sattvic behavior in our lives, the signals that are going to be transmitted to our proteins are going to make them be more harmonious. And this will reinforce the process that what we eat, what we do, and what we think are sattvic. There is a karmic process of Jyotisha also, but this is a side video. It's too much to drop here into Ayurveda. But the main point to my colleague is like this. Since pranayama is in the quantum field and not on the cytoplasm, probably the medicine is not going to be able to see it because it's in another dimension of being. That part was good. It's in another dimension of being because our worldview relates to the idea that I am bigger than the all. Am more important than the society. And because of that, medicines like what Bruce Lipton is proposing, that we understand the role of environment in our constitution, in how the signals are performed. This is not easily taken to us from a society that it's completely detached from the sense of beyond I. That's a very philosophical part. Anyhow, the pranayama is to be measured with quantum physics, with vibrational fields, and not with chemistry and enzymes and so on. Firstly, only secondly. Okay. With this namaste-rasas talk, we finished. There is more videos also in the playlist in the description. And if you want to know more, to study with us, to make consultations, the website is being translated to English, but you can make that automatic translator from Google and so. Okay, so here are some informations about it's maybe in Portuguese and you have to translate. Ayurvedic consultations and Ayurvedic courses with us. Namaste. Om Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange Tribhuvana Tarini Taralatarange Shankara Mauli Viharini Vimale Mama Matirastam Tava Pada Kamale Bhagirati Sukhadaini Matastava Mahima Kripanigame Khyata Naham Jane Tava Mahimanam Pahi Kripa Mahimama Om This is the mantra of we can get satisfaction. Ta-ra-ra-ra-ra.